Take podcast with Brucey, Chuff and Lush.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Back again.
It's 2021. We are live in the studio. First episode of the new year. How are we doing, gents?
Good.
New year, new beginnings.
Same shit.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, fuck. People think just because the date changes it's going to be a different year. Nah, mate.
Well, what exciting things have happened over the Christmas and New Year break?
In my life or in general?
Let's say your life.
Let's say your life. Let's talk about each other's and then go in general what's been happening over the break. So we've been away for 3 weeks from our loyal fan base, listeners. It's great to be back.
Got the wrong chair. I don't have arms.
Well, you can go change it.
No, that's all right. But I just almost slipped because I went to grab the arms and they weren't there.
Yeah, how was your break, Lush?
Yeah, I had public holidays off and that, but worked right through. Work was pretty busy.
Probably the only man that worked non-stop in the year 2020. Wasn't in quarantine. Didn't have the 6 weeks off like most people did. Worked right through sun up to sundown.
And I can't imagine there's anyone better suited to quarantine life.
You would have blown out to 130, I reckon.
I don't reckon I'm far off at that. I've just, since the wedding, just been on a warpath, man. It hasn't stopped. And it's like, they're always like, oh yeah, New Year, starting the 1st of I'm like, nah, it's not going to happen 1st of January because I still got weddings on, still got shit on. I was like, February's a short month. I might just dedicate February to being really good.
You know what? And then it's March and like, oh, fuck it, we'll do it next year.
And it's like, yeah.
We'll do it next. We finally.
You're 50 kilos and you're just waiting for the new year.
Yeah. We've finally got around to the last wedding in our year of weddings, and it's Mr. Catalano's wedding on my birthday.
Let's finish it off with a bang.
We're going out with a bang. Big celebration.
Chop's birthday will be permanently associated with Catters and Ella's.
I hope he thinks about me every morning when he wakes up on his anniversary.
Now, when next year, it's 16th of Jan, he has to decide, now, do I spend the day with Chop?
Yes.
Or do I spend a day with Ella?
Yes, Catters. Yes, exactly right. You have to start thinking like that. You have to really start wondering who you're going to put first and go from there. But, no, we're excited. It's at the Westin. Most of us are staying at the Ritz this weekend as well, which is great.
You staying there?
I'm at the QT.
Where
are you?
You're a QT. Ritz.
You're Ritz.
Yeah.
I'm at the Ritz as well. QT's closer. It's probably smarter. It's in walking distance as well.
Yeah.
But no, it should be a good celebration. My parents went to a wedding at the Westin on New Year's Eve, and they reckon it was very good. Food was very good.
Yeah,
setup was good.
I emceed a wedding there.
Yeah. So I'm excited for Mr.
I think it's going to be the wedding of the year for us.
I think it's the only wedding I've got this year.
Good one, Chop.
No, well, hang on. I could have other people and have different weddings, mate.
I've got other weddings on this year.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm going to say it's the wedding of the year so far.
Good on your roost.
Does it count? Does Monty's wedding count?
No,
1st of Jan?
No.
Technically, we were still partying afterwards.
Yeah,
so it started.
How was that on the night of the wedding, New Year's Eve? People who had arrived from over east get a text message or an email at 10 p.m.
to say quarantine.
Hey, you need to go on quarantine, please.
How ridiculous.
Okay, so the multiple people that were at the wedding that came from over east, were expected to leave the Swan Valley where they're with 180
already
people.
Been in Perth congregating with everyone
5 days,
for
up
weeks,
to 9 days, some people. And then all of a sudden, go on quarantine until it's been 14 days since your arrival. So for an extra 3 days or 4 days, some people.
Rico had to do, four or 5 days, yeah.
Mason's in fucking dwelling up still.
When's he
the 13th? Because he didn't land till the 29th.
Isn't that, that's tomorrow?
I'm sure he's gutted about that.
Well, he's done 2 weeks to my dad, now he's done 2 weeks to my mum.
He must be.
Cruel punishment. Taste.
That's a huge taste to Lynn.
No, but it'd be nice to be down there, just chilling.
He's not working either, so he'd just be chubbing out hard.
He could put on a few kg.
Oh, yeah, he's that mule blood, mate.
I don't know what outfit he was planning when wearing to Kat's wedding, but there's a good chance it's not going to fit.
How'd you go at the rehearsal? Did you have a rehearsal dinner or rehearsal?
Nah, just the church today.
The church today?
Yeah.
How did that all go?
Yeah, easy.
Did you know your role?
Yeah. Stand, bow.
Did they actually put the aircon on this time?
He mentioned the heat and he mentioned it was going to be hot and all this sort of stuff.
35 on Saturday.
Shit.
I'm sorry. Put some fucking split systems in that.
No, they rebuilt it and had to put aircon in it.
Put some giant fans.
There is aircon in that place. They just didn't have it on for Monty's, I don't think.
Boy, that was hot.
That was hot.
Yeah.
You're going to be kitted up hard too.
I might say, Alessio, you're playing up a little bit. Yeah, let's go outside, mate.
What time is the actual church?
3.
So 3 and then reception 6?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, is it 3 or 4?
I thought it was 4.
3.
3?
3.
You should know.
Yeah, as someone who's... I didn't even know where the church was. You know, I messaged
You
Catters.
didn't know he was at the cathedral.
No, I messaged Catters on the morning of Monty's wedding. I was like, hey, Mason wants to know where Monty's wedding is today. He's like, the cathedral. I was like, I knew one of your weddings were the cathedral. He's like, they both are.
Good to know, bro. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually looking forward to staying at the Ritz. The old man built it, so I'm interested to stay.
The old man's built half of Perth.
He has. Enjoying retirement. He is. Retirement.
Was that his last?
That was his last job.
Yeah.
Yep. Last job. So to date. So good old Georgie boy. But
I hope he's got he gets priority access to a suite every time he stays there.
I have no idea. I don't think he has stayed there. Unlucky, eh?
Won't even use his own goods.
They've got a pool and stuff there, so I'm going to
I
be...
can't swim. Fuck.
Why? Is it still... for our listeners at home, Loshy's basically finished off his leg sleeve.
Well, what's the go on that thing?
I thought it was finished and I thought, no, I want to keep going. So I'm going to keep going.
He's
So
going to keep going.
what are you gonna do?
What else are you going to do?
Splinter, Casey.
So you don't have Splinter? I thought you were going to get Splinter.
No, I was meant to the other day, but it was like 5.5 hours just to do that. And
All right, so where are you going to get Splinter?
wherever it flows.
And then, what was the other one? Casey.
Casey Jones with the hockey mask from
Yeah.
the original movie.
Yeah.
And then the truck, they're like...
What about
turtle truck.
the foot?
Yeah, the Foot Clan maybe. Maybe Crane. I don't know.
Crane?
Yeah, the truck. You definitely need the truck.
Yeah.
The news truck.
Yeah. Oh, no, not the news. Their like tank thing. The turtle tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because I got big legs, I might do some like Power Rangers and stuff up top. I don't know yet.
That's pretty heavy.
Consistent, man. Just keep with the turtle thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're fun shit.
We'll see.
Mm.
But it fucking sucked. It hurt. Tattoos hurt more as you get older. Fact. I'm being 100%.
Did you take it? You just have a doobie before you...
CBD oil.
CBD oil?
Yeah, doobies would make it worse.
Why?
Because you just feel it more.
Yeah?
It helps me chill so you can like relax a bit, but it's not good for the pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is pretty intense. We might post a picture of this on the Instagram page just to show you
And
the
those
work.
beautiful feet.
I wouldn't go that far, Adam. I would not go that far. Adam, how was your first Christmas as a dad?
It's really
Speaking
good.
of feet,
Yeah.
how was your first Christmas as a dad?
That was seamless.
It was, wasn't it?
Transition.
No, it was really good. Lesio's beautiful. He's the best. His personality's starting to shine now. So he's obviously doesn't know or understand Christmas, but we had a great time with him. I love spending a few weeks off work, like getting closer to him.
Yep.
And yeah, it was
Are you still making me money?
always,
Good.
always. And no, it was busy. Like there wasn't a day really that I was just like, yeah, I'm going to do nothing. It was just non-stop.
Champ.
No. Well, to be honest, not ignoring him, but like ignoring that role. But it was like weddings and then preparing to weddings, going to visit people, then going to visit this person, then next thing you know, it's my birthday, and then it's got to organise a present for my dad because he's his 60th in a couple of weeks, and not doing all that stuff.
Is your dad not even 60 yet?
No, he's a young man.
Young man.
Pumped him out young.
He did. He did.
Beautiful.
And
But it was. I enjoyed it that time of year.
did you have 2 weeks off? Or did you
I
just...
think it's probably closer to 3.
Yeah.
How
How was the mange, boys? How was the mange at both
Yeah.
yours?
Yeah, look, always good. But you know what? I've getting to the point now. I have one plate, big plate, and I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, it's definitely not like the old days.
Because and also like the little
What are you talking about? You reckon you put on 20 kilos over Christmas?
appetizer, yeah,
daily. That's a daily progression.
I put on weight looking at.
Yeah.
So like those appetizers at the start, like when you're just picking at things, and then all of a sudden you've had fucking God knows how
43
many
sausage
arancini
rolls,
balls,
114
whatever.
prawns.
Did you have the Christmas up at the compound?
Yeah, yeah. Had a
For the listeners at
swim,
home,
jumped around.
the Russos have a massive, we'll call it a plantation.
Plantation.
Yeah, there's slaves
cotton.
everywhere.
Yeah, they got a big
They
cotton.
got the peaches. Is it peaches or what are you? Nectarines,
Mandarins.
mandarins,
Whatever's in season, mate.
Plantation.
I remember at one of your soccer parties,
What the soccer party?
the soccer party, I threw a mandarin across the paddock, just randomly into the air, and it hit Will Brock in the head.
Does Will Brock know this?
Probably not. No. Sorry, he probably doesn't remember this.
That would have
He
killed.
gave me the hardest dead arm I've ever had in my
so he
life.
Oh, he
walked
knew.
over.
He
and
was a
like,
big lad as well,
oh
wasn't
man, he was like 103 in like year 11 as well.
Solid rugby player. Right?
Wow, that's
Right.
ballsy, man. He was
And
a
he
big
just,
boy.
I didn't mean to hit him. I just threw one.
Yeah.
So how did, if you were at one side of the party and
And
he
he
was
just
the
came,
other,
like, he saw me. Like, I was laughing.
real
bro.
subtle,
It was
Mule.
fucking- he just went, bang, and cracked me in the arm. I was like, oh my god.
That was pretty sick. Because remember we got the double decker bus
Yeah.
from the city.
to the
Park.
Wacker, Gloucester
Yeah,
Park, yeah.
Everyone got there, so everyone like was drinking all the way down there. The bus rocks up. Everyone just walks down the driveway into the party. So
There was
everyone's
so,
there at the same
yeah.
time.
There was so many people at that party from different schools as well. Remember, like a couple of our friends from St Norbert's came up, Brucey.
Yeah,
Had some fun in the abandoned
I love
house.
that power. I remember like having the list of people that were going to be on the bus because you had to pay to get on the bus.
Yeah.
The blokes, not the chicks.
Yeah.
You had to pay to get on the bus, and I knew like people come up to me, like people that would never fucking give me the time of the day, and go, "Oh, hey mate,
you
how you
having a
going?
soccer party?"
Hey mate, you mind if we can get like so and so on the list?"
You had the
I'm
year
like,
11
yeah,
one,
yeah,
so we
he
were
had
year
it with year
11,
11,
and then I had the year 12 one.
Yeah, I had these year 12s come to me like, "Hey mate, how you going? Like, how you doing?"
Ah.
Yeah.
Because some of the year 12s were sacks as well. And they, I remember when we were year 11, they just thought they were so much fucking
Marty
better.
Reese was that year, right? Year
Yeah,
12s.
yeah.
See, I reckon I could count maybe. It was less than 20, I reckon, were good blokes in that year.
Yep, I agree. A lot of sacks in that year.
And Marty's obviously one of them. But, like, there were a lot of, like, dickheads. And
You know what it was? They were dickheads because they just looked down on you.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
we're 1
remember-
year older
I
than
don't
me,
remember
mate.
looking down on the year 11s, maybe because I had
I didn't even
younger-
know any of them, to
younger-
be honest, besides the ones
younger
that
brother.
played. Yeah.
And, like, you played soccer with them, like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was pretty sick. And that party, the good part is that no one had to go inside, so you didn't have to clean much.
But that was good fun. I remember that party. Really good. Bus
Good
right
with
back.
house parties.
How good. I've got a question for you, but we'll go around until we're finished now.
Yeah,
so
Chop. All right. Look, I'm going to say that you probably had the most action of the three of us over the last couple of weeks.
it was a bit of a crazy break, but I also had some.
Can
The
you-
last week's been good because before I went back to work on Monday, yesterday, I had a good week of chill time. Spent some time with
What's
Richard.
chill time for Chop?
Going to the beach.
Xanax.
Xanax, yep.
Little me time, one-on-one.
little me time. But no, had 2 weddings in 2 days, and then had a big gig on New Year's Day down at
So
Coast.
Did you lay off the first one, not go
No.
as hard as possible?
First one in Dunsborough was Mr. and Mrs. Reed. They own La Buddha, good friends of ours. That was an absolute cracking wedding. The whole of Dunsborough lost power for 3 hours while we were at the ceremony. So it was kind of touch and go there for a bit, but the wedding was fantastic. The crew was really good too. Good to see a lot of people that I don't get to see much of these days and have chats and catch up with them, like Geordie and stuff. So that was great. Sucked having to drive back up to Perth and Dunsborough the next morning to get here by midday, get to the church for Monts and turn one on for New Year's Eve. But no, I had fun. Completely different weddings, so it was a bit of a contrasting sort of theme, like sort of style and stuff like that. So it was good. Had a lot of fun at Monts, and then we ended up at the house party at your cousin Luca's house on West Coast Highway, and that was absolutely raging.
Wow, what house party? Where was this?
So Luca had a house party for New Year's
The old
Eve.
the house I used to live in.
Yeah, but when?
New Year's Eve.
Oh, so he had the New Year's Eve. What?
Yeah. He had a New Year's
You
Eve
went
party.
there after the
we went
wedding?
there after the wedding at
didn't.
1 o'clock.
Oh,
I stayed next to you, remember?
Yeah, true.
He was in Mandoon. So we went down to that, and that was amazing. Like, they had every room done up with, like, trippy hippie stuff and lights and
So
everything.
who went? You?
Me, Nooch, Pete, Ricka, Mace. There was a big group of us went down there. Stayed there for a bit, and then caught up with a few other people. But New Year's Eve was a pretty good New Year's Eve this year, which is great.
Delightful.
And then New Year's Day, the Motif boys put on a good show down at Coast. That was absolutely packed. They did 3 shows.
Can we talk about the laptop?
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about this.
All right.
So this is an
That's what
absolute...
I'm
This
hearing
is
this.
no,
You know about this?
he's never heard this. Okay. So my brother, Luke Percival, for all the boys out there, they're running Motif. They've got a couple of shows coming up on the 25th, on the 24th, 23rd, and Australia Day down at Coast. So get your tickets, search for them online for the Motif guys. They ran a show on New Year's Day. They ran it with these guys who co-promote it. Yeah. So my brother's basically working the whole day, him and Krabby. Luke's got his earpiece in. He's running around the event doing 100 different things. So a very common thing, if you're a DJ, you'd know about this. Or if you work in sound production.
Which you're not.
That's all right. So we'll explain it. So
I know how to press play.
We'll talk slow.
So here, sometimes you see stuff going red on the mixer here. We don't want that because it distorts the sound. Okay?
You're going in the red.
We're going in the red. Stay out of the red.
It's like over revving.
Yes, over revving. So, on a particular stage, Luke was noticing that sometimes the sound was cutting out, and I think one time they lost power there, and it's because the boys who were DJing were redlining the mixer. Okay? So he went up to him, and it's happened to me as a DJ. It happens to everybody. Sometimes you just get a bit carried away. You redline, you just get told, no, pull it back a bit. So he's like, guys, just don't redline and you're cutting out the sound.
Keep it in the green, cock.
Keep it in the fucking green. Anyway, these guys who were co-promoting the event weren't overly impressed with Luke telling them off. So they cracked the shits and had a go at Luke. And Luke was like, look, mate, I don't really care. Just don't redline it. At the end of the day, I'm just telling you, don't fucking redline it. So, unbehold to Luke at the time, the girlfriend of one of the DJs decided to take it upon herself to steal the sound production guys or the light production guys' laptop, which was plugged in, playing visuals on one of the big screens at the event. Okay? So
Wait, because she took it personally that Luke told her.
They're like, fuck this shit, fuck this event, yada, 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 all this bullshit. So it was a Mac laptop. You're talking about a $3,500 laptop with all these stuff on there.
I don't care what laptop it is, man. That's fucking...
Yeah. So it's got all this lighting guys work on there that he does for the visuals and all that shit. So she unplugs it. So the screen goes from lit up, stuff going on, to black. So Luke notices this.
Well, he sees her do it.
He didn't see her do it, but he noticed
The
it.
screen cut out and went
Yeah.
black.
And it's like, what the fuck's going on? And I think when he noticed it, he noticed that this guy and his misso were running through the crowd to get out of there. And he thought that was strange because the guy was co-promoting the event. So why is he leaving? It's only 6 o'clock. Event's just getting going. Anyway, goes over, checks the screen, no laptop there. The laptop's gone. And the lighting guy goes, my laptop's been stolen. So first thing they do, as we all know these days, every venue you go to, there's CCTV.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
Every house you go to now.
Pretty much. So he goes and checks the CCTV footage.
CCTV.
CCTV.
As opposed to CCT.
You forgot
Yeah,
the V.
sorry.
Because you got CTE.
All right. So they check the footage. They go to the particular time, and then they find the girl stealing the laptop.
Where was she? Like, okay, so you just find the girl stealing the laptop.
Yeah.
Yep.
So not only that, she decides to get it, walks it into the area that she's in with this guy and his mates, puts it under the cushion on the chair. Then she starts bragging to the people around her, I've stolen the laptop. You can see her pointing, go, I've stolen the laptop. And they're celebrating, they're dancing and all that. Then she goes and tells the boyfriend, who claims he didn't fucking know, but whatever. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He may not have known, but he just goes, blah, blah, they talk for like 2 seconds. Well, a bit longer, say 10 seconds. And then he just goes, we're out. And just starts leaving.
With the laptop?
No, he goes without the laptop. Yeah. She gets her bag, sticks the laptop in the bag, and goes. So this is all on CCTV footage. We got the footage. The boys did a post. They put it up. It got so much heat and traction, they had to take it down within 24 hours.
Why?
because they just had so many people email him saying, oh, can you please take it down? This person wasn't involved. That person, he just got hectic, got stupid. Luke was like, he had like 150 messages from people saying, please, he's not normally like this, or this person,
for the chick
that stole it, she's a bit of an idiot. Please take it down. She's got a job. She'll lose her job and all this stuff. Because obviously, how shit blows up on social media can obviously affect people's work. So Luke just goes, look,
here's an idea. Don't do dumb shit.
Don't steal a fucking laptop. Anyway, so Luke, after I think it was less
did Luke just say, if she gives the laptop back?
Well, supposedly they're crackheads, from what I hear as well. So Luke was like, I don't want.
Oh, you ain't ever going to catch a crackhead.
Yeah, he said, I don't want any fucking drama. We made our point. It got out. They had over 5,000 views on this video within 3 hours. It just went viral, blew up. Didn't even promote it. Nothing. People were sharing it left, right, and center. And then they just said, look, we made our point. We're going to take it down now. They took it down. So what actually happened was after they discovered the girl had taken the laptop, Luke called the guy and said, listen, bring the laptop back. And they just kept denying it. This went on for about 2 hours.
After this bloke had seen.
Okay, and Luke didn't want to say we've got CCT footage. He just wanted the guy to bring it back, and then that was going to be the end of it. He wouldn't have done anything about it. It was just like, I just want the laptop back because it's not my laptop. We just need it for the fucking screen. Just bring it back. Yeah. No, I didn't bring it. Then Luke dropped it on him.
So all this... Okay, yeah, Okay, go.
After 2 hours, Luke just said, fuck this. I've got the CCT footage, mate. We can see... CCTV. Fuck.
Footage, sorry.
We can see your misso has taken the laptop. And then it all changed. Oh, we'll bring it back in the morning. And Luke's like, no, sorry. He goes, oh, we left it in the dunes. So then Luke and the security went and had a look in the sand dunes. Nothing there. So then Luke goes, listen, I've searched the sand dunes where you reckon you left it. It's not there. And then he started claiming, well, we put it there. Yeah. And he goes, listen, just bring the laptop back and then we'll forget about it. We'll just leave it here. Don't worry about it. You do stupid shit. But I was trying to be a good bloke about it. And I think if it was me, I'm sorry, it would have been fucking game over. That would have been it. I would have been, as soon as you come back here now, I'll get the cops to come to your fucking house or I'll rock up there with whoever the fuck I want and I'll just take the laptop. Yeah. Ooh. So then
anarchy, bro.
So then he goes, okay, we'll drop it back off 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay. So Luke goes, fine, drop it back off tomorrow morning. Gets to 7 a.m. Luke stayed down there for the night because they had an Airbnb in Freo because they're running the show the next day on the 2nd as well. And he goes like, mate, where's the laptop? Oh, we dropped it off at 7, yada, yada, yada. I handed it to some guy. Luke's like, listen, the laptop's not fucking here. What is going on? He's like, mate, oh, we bought it. We gave it to some Indian cleaner. Okay. Check CCTV footage again.
Just say camera footage.
Camera footage. Lo and behold, the cleaner stole the laptop again. The cleaner, he did bring it back. The guy brought it back. The cleaner left it on the bar, cleaned up. 2 hours later, saw the laptop was still there and just put the laptop in his bag. So they had to get the owner to contact the cleaner and say, bring back the laptop. We've seen you take it on the camera footage, mate. Bring it back now. So they could use it for the event. So this laptop got stolen twice within 24 hours.
Did this guy bring it back?
Had to. Yeah. I don't know if he lost his job. I'm pretty sure he lost his job as well. Like,
I'd say so.
How dumb can you be to put your job on the line for a $3,000 laptop?
And they're all got GPS. Don't they all have Find My thing?
I think I don't know if you can do that with the Mac laptop. I'm pretty sure if you can do it with anything, it's going to be the Mac laptops at the end of the day.
I'm pretty sure you can. They've got serial numbers that you can just turn them off or something like that.
Yeah.
Look, you're not going to get away with it.
No.
The only reason you get away with it is the person who you stole the product from just goes, I can't be fucked anymore. Goes, oh, fuck it. I'll just get insurance. I'll get another laptop.
But this is how dumb these guys are. They were meant to co-promote the event on Australia Day and make good money. Now they got booted off that. I think they were doing 2 shows with them over that weekend. No. And Luke just said, nah, you're off the shows.
See ya.
And your business is fucked. Got named and shamed.
Yep. Deserved. Look.
Absolute idiots.
You don't get... That's stupid.
That's so dumb.
How funny is it? Because I remember...
I just love that it got stolen.
Again.
And like the conversation with the first crackhead, that's not Paul, but the crackhead that stole it the first time, Just gone, mate, I brought it back. He said, well, it's not fucking here.
Honestly, I would never have believed him.
No way. No way.
I actually said to Luke, why did you decide to check the camera footage? He goes, he was just being adamant that he actually brought it back and there isn't any, he said Indian cleaner and there actually was an Indian. So Luke's like, right, we'll just check the camera footage. And he said, what time did you come? Because we're going to check the footage.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, he did bring it back. And then they fast forward because he didn't take it for, I think, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then he just must have seen that it was there. No one claimed it and decided to take it again.
Shit.
But, my brother, when he told me this, he was like the biggest twist at the end. Like, I just wasn't expecting it.
Not at all.
And then he's just like, it got stolen again. I was in tears, man. It was so funny. But hopefully no laptops get stolen at this event they're running on the Sunday and Aussie Day.
Story.
Yeah.
Tickets are still available for anyone listening out. Get it. It's really going to be a good day. But shall we progress?
There is CCTV.
There is
you there,
at
right?
Zach Coast, guys. There is camera footage. There are cameras. Don't
Everywhere,
steal
you
it. Don't
fucks.
steal any shit. So back to the parties. I was always going to ask you guys this last year. Back in our high school days, what were some of the best high school parties you went to?
I'm going to say top 5. Obviously, we've talked about.
Can we go top 5? Can we go top 3? Top 5 stretching it a bit. I think.
All right, top 3.
Top 3, go.
The one I had at my house.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one we had at your house.
Kookaburra Undercroft.
And the afters. Ball afters.
At Anthony.
Ball afters at Anthony's. Yeah.
That's just the top of my head. There's probably others I'm forgetting. But I never liked the parties that we went to the other schools. Like,
Yeah.
I never really had a good time.
Unless
at
they're the
those.
close girl, like the Mercedes girls.
Yeah, but even still, like there was always
They're
15 other
they're
boys'
probably
schools
the
there.
3 that... the only other one was at the end of year 10, was at that PC girl's house where you had your little meltdown.
Wow.
That was a good party until that.
Yeah.
We won't go into that, but that was fucking hilarious.
Well, you know what? Like, someone could have died that night.
I wasn't there.
And you know what? Rightfully so, Adam. You were in the right, but you won't be in the right in 2020. Back then, you could have probably got away with it. Just giving it a
was
little
2000.
quick.
I didn't do anything, mate.
Yeah.
I got held back.
Yeah, I know. You saying just let me kill it.
My hands are clean.
Kill it.
My hands are
I
clean.
wasn't there. That was 2003.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Let me kill it.
Before Losh.
It was the person who decided on that night to break up with that girl on that night's fault.
Who broke up with the... Oh, yeah. Okay, yep. You're right, because she was...
So why do it that night, you idiot? Do
Yeah.
it the fucking next day.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fair enough.
Then you're single at the party. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And
So
it was the end of year 10 party as
So
well.
we had a temperamental woman who was just upset at anything.
I was trying not to say if it was a man or woman, but he just named it.
You just said in 2020 I wouldn't get away with it, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Our
fair enough.
listeners are smart. Anyway, that was
And
that was the
Mason.
first time my mum had bought me booze, actually.
Ooh.
She got me a 4-pack of
Year
Woodstock.
10.
4-pack of Woodstocks. If you're
Woodstocks,
sinking
right?
4 of those...
So the
Woodstock
worst part
blue-
is, like, my
blue or
mum
black?
bought me that and then felt like, oh, fuck, it's her. She felt like it was her fault.
Oh, but you were the third born by then, so she would have been.
No, I mean, she knew I'm responsible. Like, I'm not going to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Which I didn't.
Everyone's got a plan for
Just
their
got
4
upset.
Woodstocks in their belly.
She got
mate.
upset.
What are they,
And,
7, 8%?
Nah, that was the Woodstock Blues. Those
So
were
what
the
a
blue
norm-
ones and
Nah,
the black.
it was the standard.
The black ones are standard. They're just fucking.
Would have been like 5
You know,
or
some
6%.
alcohol
Were
just
the
makes
big cans of Woodstocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were, eh?
440.
Yeah, but between those and then, I mean, you're year 10. Not going to take you.
Nah, 10, mate. 6-pack of 2s extra dry between 2 of you.
And yeah, that party. There was the year 9 party where little choppy. We went to Peter's. Was it Peter's and Body's house?
Yeah.
And that led Chop to have a ground. He was grounded for 18 months.
No, longer than that, bro. I was grounded for... I didn't go to a party again till that once. That was 2 years. 2 years. One of the most
Price
infamous...
to pay for fellatio.
One of the biggest infamous stories at Trinity College was me getting grounded for copping a head job in year 9. Parents finding out, school counsellors finding out.
It was you got grounded because of the embarrassment caused on your parents.
No, it wasn't
On a
really
good
not so
name.
much the old man, but my mum did not talk to me
It's
for
always
a
by
good
extension,
week.
Chop. if your mum's embarrassed, your dad has to.
Yeah,
be
I
as
remember
well.
what my dad said to me in the car that night. He picked me up from
Spit
cricket
or swallow?
training. No.
What did she say?
Did she spit or swallow?
He got in and he goes, son. He goes, he just he smiled and nodded. He goes, you're in the shit. I just went. I knew what it was about straight away because.
Well, what other shit did you do that weekend?
Oh, mate, and I was a little shit. Could have been a number of things, but when the school counsellors got involved, I knew I was fucked. That's what happened, bro. So Mr. Nugent, who was the school counsellor at that time at Trinity,
Year 9 counsellor.
yeah, called me into his office.
Oh
and
no, I don't know.
he
was a counsellor, yeah.
because I think it got around Mercedes first. Like, because obviously Trinity, like some of the year 12s are coming up to me, high
We're
five.
narrowing it down to what school the girl
Yeah,
went
well,
to.
fuck, I don't care. They were high fiving us and all that shit. You know, I was like the cool kid for a bit in year 9.
You had your 15 minutes of fame.
I had a massive.
That was it.
But you know what? It was bad on the Monday when you're getting on the 518 in the morning and you got year 12s going, Kiari, heard what you having at the party, mate? Good on you. I was just like, oh no.
Did it get that quick?
Yeah, I was
MSN
like,
Messenger, bro.
yeah, I was like, I'm
MSN
fucked.
Messenger.
I was like, just pray to God this is get home. But it was the Wednesdays when my mum and dad found out. So the Tuesdays when I got called into Mr. Nugent's office and he's like, look, he gave me the whole sex talk. And I was like, I do not want to talk about this with you right now. I actually said it to him. I said, I've got no interest in discussing this with you, sir. I don't need to talk about it. Can I go back to class? And he's like, no, we need to discuss this. You're too young to be doing. He actually said, I'm too young to be doing all this stuff. You know, you're a Catholic. He actually, because we went to a Catholic. I just went, sir, I'm not talking about this. I don't need to discuss this with you. I want to go back to class. I was not embarrassed, but I was like, I'm fucked because the school's going to call my parents.
As opposed to Damon at Mount Lawley High, who did it on his lunch break.
Yeah.
on the oval.
On the oval. Yeah, because but he couldn't call my parents. I thought I was dead that night, but he obviously couldn't call my parents.
Look, I know how we ended up finding out only relatively recently.
I'm not going to name who, but it was one of my mum's friends.
Which of your mum's friends told her? For years, we thought it was someone else, and it turned out we were wrong.
We were wrong, yes.
And we found out who it was.
So
now we know that woman, that friend, her son must have told her.
Or daughter, because her daughter went to Mercedes.
Okay. Well,
but
one of them.
It was no doubt in my mind. Oh no! Or it could have been one of the other ladies discussing it with her, and she felt the need to go tell my mum that.
I can't fucking cop that. See, I never went to my mum at home and go, oh, so and so got something at school. Like fuck, who
would actually tell their mum that? Who would discuss that with their mum?
Like, you're a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you talking about year 9s and their sexual relations?
Yeah. She was like, my mum,
Boredom.
And then go and tell that person.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that gets me. What's it of your business to go tell my mum what I was doing at a party in year 9?
I just think you should know.
That's exactly
You know
what. That's exactly.
And you know that attitude is, I'm going to pretend to be your friend, but really I want to embarrass you.
No, 100%,
because I'm quite jealous of you.
And I will state no longer hasn't been my mum's friend for the last 10, 15 years.
As soon as
you fall back on
as soon as she told me that, I would have gone.
Look,
thanks for telling me that, but you're no longer my friend.
I'd like you to hear it from me.
Yeah,
something like that. I want you to hear it from me.
Oh man!
Before someone else tells you, I just think
that's exactly how it would have gone down. And my mum was like, the way because I spoke to my mum about it when she finally told me who it was. She's like, she just made me feel so disgusted because the way she's like, your son's doing that at this age and yada yada yada. I was like, everybody was doing that shit at that age, mum. It wasn't like I was the only one.
I wasn't.
I was. But
Damon had already progressed to home base.
Yeah, it was just one of the all-time stories. Copped it, got grounded. Didn't go to another party. That was at the start of year 9. Didn't go to another party to the end of year 10. I had to go sleep at Cosby's house to go to the party.
You found ways of getting.
I found ways, and then ridiculous.
Damon cracking open a cold one.
Ridiculous, but. I have to agree. They're probably my 3 in terms of parties that we went to.
Damon.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be Russo's
high
for
school
sure.
parties. Yep.
Chops for sure. And then Steph Karachi's.
I remember at mine, I caught 2 people fucking.
Karachi's ball. I can't remember it.
Mercedes ball afters.
Yes.
Year 12.
That was at a parent's house, the one in the cul-de-sac. I remember at my soccer afters, I caught two people. I'm not going to name names, but they were two groups of people were fucking my dad's tool shed in the Undercroft.
What at
the soccer afters? I opened the doors, pitch black. One was at the back, and one was at the entry. And I was I was like, guys, it could have taken you upstairs or something like that. But
I do it in the tool shed. That's a better
it's
story.
fucking hilarious. That.
Perfect story. We're talking about it now, all these years later.
Fucking oath.
All right, so we're going to progress now.
Ooh, progressing. We're not transgressing.
No, we're not transgressing.
2021.
New year, new chop.
New world. So we're going to answer some fan questions now, guys, and we've got a couple come in this week, so we're going to fire away. We also got that one from the end of last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Big Morgs. We'll get to it. We'll do it now.
We'll do it now.
Who do you think is your doppelganger? Or each other's doppelgangers?
I still,
Do you know it doesn't play now because we're two totally different, even looks wise, everything. But when I was in high school, speaking of high school, I got not confused, but confused is the right word, to Troy Galante.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I was a lot skinnier back then, and probably a lot fitter. And I'll just go, oh, you look a lot like Troy.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard that.
I'm not going to say that's my doppelganger, but that's
There
one.
was a stage in our early 20s where you're still a little bit now, and it's just some looks, and it's weird because you do, but you don't. It's David Duchovny.
David Duchovny.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
There's some photos where something, I don't know if it's your mouth or something, but that's like
Who's the one that said at the wedding, at Mace Turco's wedding, they came up to me, you look so much like this person. It was the guy from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah, James Marsden.
Yeah. For me, I was like, okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
A bit.
A little
I
bit.
haven't
Who do you
seen
reckon
Sonic the
mine
Hedgehog.
is?
I don't know.
Stifler's brother.
Shut up, Russo.
That's personality.
Yeah, dickhead.
Actually, Stifler's not far off. You kind of
What? What's his name?
Yeah,
Scott
actually,
Scott
Sean
William
Williams.
Sean William Scott.
Mine's obviously Aquaman. Jason Momoa, I get stopped for him all the time.
Yeah, hard, bro.
I have never been told I look like anybody. And like everyone just takes it easy way.
No. You look like
That's her.
okay. Yeah, I'll pay that. You look like Alf, the cartoon guy.
Fuck off.
And I have, and we.
Yes.
I don't know if I still have it, but we.
I know the photo.
The photo. We got to.
Oh, we got it. We got it. We'll post that. Yes, I found that one.
Side by side. It was uncanny at the
The
time.
best one he did was the side by side with Jennifer Aniston.
I did the Alf one.
Yeah. Hey, no problem.
Yeah, that's such a good question.
I
From
remember, twice in a very short span, I got told I look like Orlando Bloom. And I remember the person
What do
saying
you
it, and I
mean?
went, "Excuse me." I was like, do you know who Orlando Bloom looks like? I had shorter hair.
Hang on.
less of a beard.
I'm gonna pull up Orlando Bloom.
when I had no beard, and at the time it was Gossip Girl, but he's the guy of You, the creepy guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got told that one.
Losh, look at me.
Nothing.
There is no
Nothing.
no way in
Nothing
God's
like that.
green
Even when
earth
I've had
you
short-
look like.
Chop looks more like Orlando Bloom, bro.
Who are these people? And
I
what the
remember
fuck
it
were
was
they
at Clubber.
smoking?
It was at Clubber.
Yeah.
It was on the door. Someone said it. And then,
Orlando Bloom.
yeah, and then like someone that worked there said it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I'm sorry, I should laugh.
Bro, no, I
Did you have
agree.
chemically straightened hair or something?
I
Because
said it was a
You know
lot
what?
shorter.
At the moment,
Oh,
you look a little
wow.
bit like LeBron James.
Oh yeah, the hairline. It looks about the same. I look about the same as
No,
but
it was
everyone.
silly.
Just every time. Well, not every time, but
for the listeners at home, I've got a picture of Orlando Bloom in front of me. I just can't.
Nothing.
I can't.
at no point in
I'm
my
only
life,
looking at maybe the nose, but even if that, nothing.
nothing.
Absolutely nothing. That's the worst
Just
stuff
maybe- it's-
I've ever
There's a
heard.
lot of time like just because you got a beard, someone will be like, "Oh, you look like whatever," like because you got a beard and long hair. I'm like, "Well, no, I don't look anything like Seth Rogen." But
Actually, you know what? Seth Rogen's feasible.
not really.
No, it sort of is.
No.
Sort of
Not at
is.
all.
just
It's
'cause you think
beard
he's stoned.
and hair, and because I
No,
smoke weed.
I can pay it. It's close.
Nah.
Close enough.
No, I'm not paying that at all.
No.
Just because you don't want to look like Seth Rogen.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But that's a great question, Morgs. Thanks for sending that through.
And if anyone thinks any of us do look like somebody, Let us know.
Yeah, send it through.
Russo's that Rick Shields guy that's got the golf channel on YouTube.
Yes. That's a great one for him.
Yeah, especially in
Rick
our,
Shields, we sent it to you.
in our logo.
100%.
In our logo for this, it looks like you got the thicker beard.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah.
100% you do. That's a great one.
Now he always pops up on my YouTube feed because I searched for him once and I think I'm interested in fucking golf now.
Yeah.
Great one. All right, first question or second question for tonight comes from Mr. Carl Drake.
Moth.
What's the most annoying type of random that rocks up to a house party?
Oof.
Or to a party?
Continuing the house party theme for tonight.
Yeah, fuck it.
Acoustic
guitar guy. There's no place for
acoustic guitar. Or just rocks up with his guitar and sits in a corner, guys. Give her around.
Guys.
My most annoying random is the guy that comes with 2 beers, but then drinks everyone else.
And drinks 15 beers.
And he ends up being the most pissed
Yeah.
out of anyone there, yet he came with nothing.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Mine would have to be the loud guy that has to be the center of attention, just gets too pissed and then acts like an absolute fucking banana.
Especially just like when there's a friend of a friend or someone that just somehow gets invited. No one knows him. He doesn't know anyone, but they've got confidence.
Yeah, don't you hate being stuck in a conversation with you go to a party, you don't know this person from a bar, so you've never met him, and then you have to end up having a conversation with them because they just will not leave you alone.
They're socially unaware.
Yeah.
They pick a topic and you're not even asking questions about it or know anything about it, and they're just going off on it, and you're like, oh man, just
honourable mention too, because he did ask the question, most annoying random, Carl Drake. Because Carl was at every single party, kick on, what doesn't matter where
Carl
it was.
loved to party.
It'd be nothing associated with him. And I found this like people that I've met, and then it's like, oh, this person knows Carl Drake. It's like, how the fuck does it? He gets around.
Carl got around.
It's always mutual friend, Carl Drake.
Oh, good question.
Great moth.
Wait, there's got to be more people. Let's see. Oh, well, I suppose nowadays you've got the conspiracy theory guys. They'd suck.
Oh, yes. The conspiracy theory
Cops.
guys.
But that's a great question, Carl. Suts' life. Who's that?
Trent.
Trent. Were there Christmas cutlets? Yes, there was, Trent. And I told Mary, don't fuck me on this one, and she didn't. We had Christmas cutlets on Christmas night. It was fantastic.
You didn't finish that sentence the way you were going to finish it.
No, I said don't. Shut up. Fuck. It's just a peanut gallery over there, isn't it?
Okay, you said don't fuck me on this, Mary, and she did, and you didn't finish it.
She did not. She provided the cutlets. Dad actually cooked them, and then I went up to him and goes, Dad, you're not cooking them enough. What do you fucking mean? I said, I want it more crispier. I don't want it fucking crispy. We had an argument. He got so heated, and it was so funny because I said, cook me a few burnt ones, and he did.
Christmas
cutlets?
Yeah.
I don't know if I had them on Christmas Day, but over the Christmas period, there was lots of cutlets. Christmas lunch sucked at my mum's side. Ooh. It was catered. So it was
like roast beef?
Problem. No. Like lasagna, vegetarian lasagna. It was just a big event. None couldn't do it herself.
Obviously.
So just, But hey.
No. Anyway.
As you were. Thanks, Trent, for that one.
Ruined Christmas.
Another question came through. If you could only watch one sport for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
That's from Alessio's mum.
From Lauren.
So, no, and one sport, I think she said a league. So you can't even say American football and include NFL and college in that. You have to choose one league.
Oh, college football for me. I could watch that all day. But don't care what team, what division, don't give a shit. Okay, so college football.
You know that you cannot watch anything else.
No problem. I love it. It's pure. It's high scoring. It's entertaining. No problem. I've watched that more than soccer, more than football, anything.
It's because you bet on it more than anything.
And I enjoy it. And don't get me started on my fucking Buckeyes today.
We'll get to that.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will.
It's not a part of the convo.
NFL for me.
Yeah. I would expect that from
Except only 16 games. Well, not 16, obviously, the playoffs and all that. A bit short.
Yeah.
But
it's not. It's just you have to watch that every year. You can't find.
Carlton have sucked for 20 years. I love AFL.
You don't want to put yourself through that whole.
Like, come on, you know what I mean? It's just taking the piss. If Carlton were good, AFL for me, I love the fucking AFL, but if I'm only watching one league, it's the NFL.
Yeah. I won't, this is honourable. World Cup still the premier, but I'll say AFL.
AFL. Okay.
Spoken like a man who's lived through a dynasty.
Yeah.
And
You know what's funny? I mean, I hope you experience at least one
Somewhere.
premiership, but having that in your back pocket, you just go, "Oh, how good was that?" And then
It was.
obviously you follow, and then every now and then highlights or a moment in that period comes up, and you go, "Fuck, they were a good team."
I remember that.
And it's like, yes,
Good on you, mate.
and it's something you can actually, because my dad used to always talk about the Hawthorn in the 80s, and so that was the
And now you've got it.
the built up for me to be a Hawthorn supporter, because the 90s and the early 2000s were terrible. So now I can do that with Alessio. But hopefully when he's actually following it, we're a decent team.
I'm really happy for you.
I know you are.
I am.
I'll be there with you when Carlton's in a grand final.
There was another one that I sent into the group chat. I can't remember who asked me it. I said, what do you miss most about being a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Great question.
Not childhood memory. What
Do
you
we
miss
include high
most?
school in that?
I think so. You're still a kid.
What do you,
You know
miss,
what?
what do you miss most
It
about?
doesn't actually matter because my one would be soccer on a Sunday morning.
Ooh.
Going out to play
Good
junior
times.
sport
Yeah.
Yeah.
was the best. The
Did you have a
smell,
routine?
the
Did
way.
you have a routine waking up in the morning?
Not when I was really young, because you're just too young, too excited. But when I was in high school, the routine was no dairy for breakfast, nothing.
Yeah.
So I'd barely, depending on the time of the game, if I was playing at 10:30, I could probably stomach a sesame seed bar, and then
No man's before the game.
nah,
We played
I know-
against Brucey quite a few, and under 15s.
yeah, I would probably I didn't have that much superstition in terms of
No, I still don't have super.
Have
I
to
just
win.
remember I always had toast with tin spaghetti.
Yeah.
That was before footy.
I used to
Always.
love that.
Toast
Yeah, the
with
good
tin.
thing is, when was it? When I went to Perth, they used to play at Doreen on Sundays, and it used to be packed. And when we played under 15s there, it was mental. You had over 1,000 people watching you.
it was good. It was like a real
200.
old school
Nah,
soccer.
not on those Sundays, because you had multiple teams. You had the under 13s, 14s, everyone just there.
And I used to
250.
you never played with the box nets. You know how in
Yeah,
soccer,
yeah,
it was always the triangle one.
Yeah.
And then when you got to that, it was the box one. You're like, oh, this is awesome.
This
And
is
then you hear that noise when it hits it.
yeah.
100%.
What
But,
about you, Chop? What do you miss most about being a little kiddie?
that is a
There's going to be
freaking-
some honourable mentions as
Getting
well.
in
sure.
trouble.
just doing stupid shit.
Getting head at night, year 9.
No, just doing dumb shit. I remember egging,
So act
lemoning.
first, think second.
Yeah, just going around the neighbourhood. Good
Less
old Sterling
consequences.
back in the days, and just I remember I used to go there with a good mate of mine.
Don't admit anything, Chop.
I won't admit any, but good mate of mine, Andy Mitchell, and we used to just terrorise Sterling. And on a Friday, Saturday night, sneak out when everyone was asleep because I had the biggest bloody
Reckon
head.
they had a party when the Chiaris finally moved out of Sterling.
Yeah.
Probably.
Started looking at houses unlocked.
But no, that just being more carefree, not really having much care in the world. You think you do at the time, but then when you look back, you definitely don't. It's just man, I used to do whatever the hell I
My
wanted.
brother said it, with some family friends, and Leo was playing with some other kids, and they were like, look at them. Not a fucking care in the world.
No.
They only have to worry about what toy they want to play with. They don't have to worry about paying bills. They don't have to worry about, going to work, going to school.
Try
anything
not
like
shit
that.
your pants.
Yeah.
Watch whatever. Just your son or nothing.
Try not to shit your pants.
Like Leo, my nephew, will piss anywhere outside. He'll be in public. He'll go to a fence or a tree.
Like
and
Big Daddy.
piss. Yeah.
I love that. Good on
Take
you.
a picture. Hey, what's your name? We'll write it down for you.
Where-
Mind your business. Do you know what I miss
Good question.
from my youth? I miss having a left knee and a right knee rather than a good knee and a bad
Yeah, I was going to say, I miss waking up and not being sore.
knee. Yeah, it's not creaky.
Oh, that is so funny because it's so true.
Yeah.
Having
That's
endless,
which knee? The bad one.
Have-
Okay.
having-
Doesn't matter left or right. It's just the bad one.
having endless energy for the day.
Yeah, and being able to eat. I mean, not saying eat and not put on weight, but
Oh
you
no,
eat a
it
lot.
was, it was eating, not like
You didn't blow out.
Yeah.
you didn't blow out the way you
you
blow
did
out
so
now.
much. You were so active. Yeah.
I miss that. I miss being able to guilt-free watch WWF wrestling.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It didn't matter.
The Rock,
it was cool at that
Stone
age.
Cold.
So it was fine. And we grew up in the golden age. Everyone thinks they have a
golden
Everyone
age.
thinks they have a golden
the
age.
Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
When Rock was a heel and
Everything. Great.
WrestleMania 17 is 2 hours of some of the best viewing ever.
The TLC match,
table ladders, chairs.
one of the most craziest things you ever watched.
Vince McMahon versus Shane McMahon in the street fight or no holds barred, and Shane jumps off the Titantron.
Yes. Shit.
Mate, Austin versus Rock.
I could actually watch that right now.
We should
and
watch
still
that
be in
soon.
it.
And it was Limp Bizkit did the
Yeah.
my way, you're the
Highway.
highway.
That was the promo.
Yeah.
That was the promo for the Rock. And
Undertaker Kane.
Undertaker. Yeah, there was so many good matches in that. That was one of that's all time one of the greats.
I remember me and Mason on school holidays, we'd go to Video Easy Dianola, which is actually another thing. Which will bring me to another thing. We'd go there. You remember you'd be able to get like 7 weeklies for $7.95 or something like that. And we'd take it home. We'd watch one quickly and then race it back and be like, oh, this one didn't work. It wouldn't work. And she's like, okay, swap it. So we'd swap it for another one. And we knew we could only do that once. So you'd end up getting 8. So we'd already watched that one, bring it back.
Beautiful.
And then for the next few
a good
days,
system.
watch SummerSlam, watch just all the main events, just watching on repeat.
But I love the video store what you're learning to. That was so good. You used to walk in there.
Friday night at the video store in your pajamas.
Yes.
You probably got fish and chips that night or
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is as well, just not needing as much money. I remember my first job. Well, I think we've talked about jobs before. I might have mentioned, but like I worked at that Video Easy Dianola, and I started there at the end of year 7, those school holidays. So I was 12. I used to get $6 cash an hour. I used to do 4 hours on a Friday night.
$6? Where that's ridiculous.
I was fucking 12, and this was 1999. That was standard. Fucking apprentices were on $5 something back then. Wow. I used to get $6 an hour, get $24, right? And he'd have it because the owner would leave, and he'd leave me with another guy, and he'd leave my pay there already, like prepaid. I'd work 5 till 9 or whatever it is. I'd get the 24. I'd go next door to the fish and chip shop. I'd get $2 worth of chips,
which was huge.
I mean, Luke would share it, the guy that worked there, and we used to get discounted. Our cans of Diet or Coke for us were $1. So I'd have a can of Diet Coke at the start of the shift. I used to love Diet Coke in a can. And then a Diet Coke later when I got my chips. And that was my $4.
How did you feel about the gold Coke? Remember the caffeine free?
Oh, yeah, that wasn't bad.
Only ever
Diet
find
Coke
that at my nonsense.
In a can. Diet Coke in a can. I used to love it. And then that $20, you'd have change by the end of the week, by my next shift next week. And if I got lucky.
Yeah, because your parents paid for everything, so why?
But like,
We didn't have to worry about money back then.
Yeah, you didn't do anything.
I remember I used to work on when I used to go work in the holidays, do a week in the yard and get paid like $1,500. That would last me a whole fucking year.
$1,500 a week to work in a yard
Yeah.
in school holidays.
One week would last me a whole year.
This cunt, $1,500. I still don't even get $1,500.
I probably exaggerate. Let's say maybe $1,200 or something. But
Fuck it. Jesus.
Sorry.
well, I got paid 20. I was getting paid like when I did that. You had to get paid what a labourer was in a day, and that was $25 an hour.
Yeah.
And you're working 8-hour days.
Yeah, it doesn't equate to that much. Yeah. You're not even clearing $1,000 of that.
Sorry, working.
You're getting 7.
8 hours.
You're
No,
getting $700-800.
sorry. You get 8 hours. So we start at what time do we start?
You're getting $700 to $800.
7 till 3. Then you work to 4 was time and a half.
About after tax.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, well, fuck, whatever.
I'm
And then you
definitely
work.
talking
Then you
about
work
after
Saturdays and get double
tax. Of course
time.
I'm talking about after tax. When you're that age, you don't give a fuck about tax. You get paid whatever your pay slip goes into your bank account.
Which is the after tax.
That's what you get paid
Yeah,
a week.
yeah.
No,
That's a great question. Great question. that.
Everything about being a fucking kid, man.
best.
What year would you go back to? And stay.
I always said
Oh,
year 12 was my
shit.
favourite year.
Nah, not with TE, man. That did my head in. I couldn't enjoy
See,
it.
knowing what you know
It's such
now,
a waste of time as
go
well
back
doing
to year
TE.
11, not do TE.
100%. Because you could still get into uni with a 6-month bridging
I
course.
did TE for the first semester of year 11, and then I failed English. And I wasn't allowed to do it anymore, and I was happy with that. And I was like, you know what, Monty's probably going to play AFL. I'll ride his coattails. That'd be sweet. I forgot what I was going to say.
You went to uni.
What year?
Oh, yeah, and then 2 years later, did a stat test, whatever it's called, and went into uni.
The worst part for me, and I love this guy, he's doing really well, had a great AFL career, was when I got to uni on the first day at Curtin, and Sharad. Sharad was in some of my units, and I was like, this guy lived the dream, barely went to school, and he's at uni the same time I am, and I stressed through year 12.
He definitely didn't do TE.
I remember senior English, he wrote his name on the senior English exam and just sat there.
And it was just like, and then I realised, like, just speaking to so many people, you could have just done a bridging course, 6 months, done a couple units.
Exactly.
And you would have been at uni. And
Unless
I would have
you
gone
wanna
into
be-
commerce, and I would have still got the major I majored in, still would have got my degree.
Major pain. But
And he's
unless you're going to be a
just-
doctor or a fucking lawyer or something,
yeah.
well, fair enough.
I don't think you can do a bridging course. And I went to UWA. You couldn't do it to get to that one.
No, but the stat test that I did, my score, I equated to like 83 or something like that, which was enough for me to get into UWA.
Fucking Rogers was another one. He didn't graduate high school in 2 continents.
Two
And-
hemispheres, man.
2 hemispheres. And he still got into uni and did journalism. So it just shows you what a complete farce TE and all that bullshit is.
It's bullshit because you have to select minimum of 4 subjects, and they all vary so much that they're all in different fields. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to do a math unit.
I didn't do a math in year 12.
I agree with you. That
You have to do a math.
I did not do my team. I didn't do. Actually, no, did I?
Did you do modelling with maths or something in year 12?
No, sorry. My 4. I did discrete maths. Yeah.
I don't disagree with you that the curriculum's crap and it's outdated.
It's so outdated.
But look, I don't mind. I had to do a little bit of work for study, but I enjoyed driving, having a license. I enjoyed going to parties, being a little bit more independent, playing first 11 soccer, doing all that. Like, I really enjoyed that year. But I wouldn't say I was a kid. Like, I'd probably say my favourite year as a kid would be someone like.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you go back and
It's
start
hard to say
again.
because they were all the
Yeah,
same.
Exactly.
Like the whole from age 5 to age
Yeah.
11, 12 is
The same
basically
shit.
the same.
Yeah.
You're having a lot of fun, but basically the same.
So you wouldn't really have the park. Obviously, you would have your property. You four
We
brothers, so you
cleared
four
an area. I
brothers.
remember we had mandarin trees like in line. We asked our dad, and he cleared like a whole line of them. So we had like our own soccer pitch
with lined by mandarin trees.
And we actually mandarin trees with the lines, but we painted lines, built goals.
Perfect.
And my cousins would come over. It would be epic games. It'd be like fucking 7-on-7.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time out there pretending to be playing for the Hawks, pretending to
Yeah,
play for
fucking
Italy.
right. That's the best as well. The way
That was the best.
those little
Actually, having
scenarios.
said that, like I was by myself. Like my imagination would run wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever? Do you remember doing shit like if you were playing like basketball at the front of your house, like if a car drove past in your head, you're like, oh, it might be a scout or something. Like you try and make yourself maybe at the park. Like,
I remember-
see a car from where
Yeah.
I remember
that's
playing a lot of commandos, like fake guns, having packs, running around the house,
yeah,
doing army
So
shit.
we had the park. Remember the park behind our house?
yeah.
We were there every day after school. You'd drop your bags off, get changed unless you had a sports uniform. That sports uniform was perfect. Straight to the park in the sports uniform. And there was like, before you knew it, there was 15 of us at the park. And there'd be games of soccer, cricket, whatever.
That's wicked.
And then I saw a meme once, and it's so true that like one day you just went to the park for the last time and no one ever knew it.
That
And it
is
and
so
it
true.
just dwindles, and you're like, fuck.
I used to. I remember because most of my Christmas presents that I remember when I was young were sports stuff. So I'd get like the Phoenix Suns Charles Barkley jersey one year and a Hawthorn jersey the next year. And I'd wear the Phoenix Suns and pretend I'm playing with Charles Barkley.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's sweet.
For sure.
I'd still probably do it now if I had the time and
And the jersey.
And the jersey. That's a great question and a great segue into
let's
sports.
transgress.
Let's transgress.
And Chop,
So
Mule,
I lost this bet that I didn't make, and somehow I got conned into this.
whoa. We've got the episode on file.
Hang on. How did I
It
know
came
that
up
he?
in discussion.
Why did you rock up with these that night? I didn't know you were bringing these. You brought these in, and
They
then
were
all of a
already
sudden,
there.
no, they weren't. He brought them in.
Hang on, because there was going to be a bet.
Yeah, but I didn't make a bet. You two must have discussed this
No.
bet, not me.
They were there the night we made the bet.
Hang on. Yeah, he bought him in that night. I was like, why the fuck? I couldn't understand why he bought these in.
Well, I don't know.
Because that's the punishment. Because every other bet that's been made has been a slap bet. I don't want to slap him.
Yeah, but then he's like, how did it become me and you?
You do, but
How did it become me and you?
because it's the Cowboys versus the Giants. We knew that. We came to that conclusion.
And it came to the
Yeah,
last
but I
week.
was losing as well. We were running
No,
on
but
4
there
wins.
was some reason because you were chirping because you were coming back a bit.
No. We hadn't won. We hadn't gone on that winning streak yet. I've made this bet.
You had a
This
couple
is
of wins.
like the week before the last
No, it
game.
wasn't. That was 2. There was
No.
2 weeks before.
You,
At least,
you had
yes,
it-
it was,
I
bro.
think you
Start of
beat-
December.
I think you beat San Fran, and so we did the maths and we realised you're only 1 win behind the Giants.
Yeah.
and you got to play each other in the last round.
Yeah,
and,
we
and
needed
it
to
even
win.
worked out they actually went 1 win ahead of the Giants before the last game.
How did you finish on top? Because you had more division wins, didn't
We
you?
beat you.
No, the head-to-head
Head-to-head.
record against
yeah,
you.
head-to-head record against you.
Yeah, but we beat you
and,
at home.
and division.
How was
record.
it head-to-head record?
And division
Yeah.
record because we beat Washington
they beat all of
twice and we beat Philly once.
Yeah, but you couldn't have been head-to-head record.
Yeah, because you didn't beat any other team but the
No,
Giants.
division
Your
record, not head-to-head.
He
Not
said
head-to-head.
that's
I
what
know,
I'm
I
saying.
slipped. I
He
slipped
said,
up.
okay, so it's division. It had to be
Division
division. Yeah, okay.
And then fucking Washington went through anyway.
Yeah, so I'm posting.
Because the
these
tip's going to be hot.
things.
It was going to be hot for me as well. And every other bet, like I said, is
Okay.
going to slap bet. And if I slap you, I'm probably going to.
For the viewers at home, on an empty, do not consume.
Yeah, we
these.
did this.
I don't care. We're doing it again. People need to understand the pain I'm going to go through to entertain them.
It's not the only bet you lost for the NFL season.
I lost to you in the Colts. Yes, you get your $100. You
No, let me just say this. I don't want the 100. Donate it to Darcy.
Beautiful. So we're going to do that tonight as well. So
Adam.
we had the swear jar. We tallied it up. We're probably a little bit under because I swore a lot. We're going to be donating. So we'll donate what $200
$200.
$200
Russo's
to
100. Me and you.
$100. Yep.
I'll make up. round
Okay.
up to around that.
So, all right. $200 we're going to donate to Darcy and the family. The little guy is fine. I think he's in remission at the moment. That is amazing news. I know they had the first night of preseason down at Hammersley Careen tonight. A lot happening at the club with the Guilds team starting up as well. Johnny Keeley, fantastic news, mate. We love you, support you. So we'll donate that to the GoFundMe page tonight as well. Back to these chips. I hate you. We're going to film this. We're thinking we're going to do it on our Super Bowl special show. I'm going to eat one of these. The boys are going to film it. We'll probably do a bit of Instagram live of it and then put a video up of it. We're also going to record it, so if you don't get to see the video, it's going to be at the end of the episode. I'm probably going to fucking die because I am not good with hot food. And let me read you what this little spill is. Our dream at Chili Seed Bank was to create a super hot snack that will test even the most diehard chili fanatics. They are the world's hottest corn chips infused with scorpion, ghost, and Carolina Reaper peppers. Be warned, this could hurt. Go get yourself fucked, Mill.
Nah, it's marketing.
Where did you find these, man?
Spice Wagon.
There's only 50 grams in here. It's like the smallest back.
There's only
bun-
like 4 chips or something.
How do you think that this is not going to fucking kill, man? This is going to absolutely.
We have to do it before then, mate.
What?
They expire on the 20th of January.
What adds to the flavour? Who gives a shit? As long as they're not open, bro.
Just buy another packet.
Let's be honest, there's that much shit on, they're not going to expire. It's best before.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
All right, I'm going to be a good sport because I'm good at sport. I'll eat one as well.
this is going to be entertaining as fuck. To be honest, if you had lost, I reckon I would have eaten it as well. I was thinking that we both do it.
I messaged him and said I want this to be on the record that I will eat it even if I lose.
I was going to do it because it's going to be funny as shit.
I just
People are
don't
going to
have
love
do it
watching.
for as long as you. I'll do it with you.
But these things, I reckon, we're going to need a tar because I'm going to be pouring
okay.
milk on my head.
I'm not talking myself up because it's going to fuck me up, obviously, because it's bad. I will be a lot better than what he's going to be.
I'm going to be so bad.
I'm an extra hot Nando's
It
guy.
says
I'm a barbecue.
it says in capital letters, do not consume if you have gastrointestinal problems.
Yep.
That's why I don't think I can swallow it. Nah, but
funny shit.
this is going to be, we're going to do a video. We're going to do this properly because we think it's going to be highly entertaining for all the listeners and viewers at home.
Speaking of hot,
Browns.
the Pittsburgh Steelers were definitely not.
Didn't
in the
they
first
just
quarter.
suck?
Super wild card weekend.
It was look. It started off disappointing for me. it was probably the game of the round. Ended up being the game of the round.
Cracker.
But my team, the Colts, could not have played any better, except for just a few key moments that didn't go our way.
No.
So I think let's just say there was 10 50-50s in that game. 9 of them went the Buffalo Bills' way. And they still only won by 3 points.
Yeah.
So the 4th and goal, the encroachment penalty when they were 4th and 6.
Missed a field goal?
Missed field goal, the missed 2 points, the what else was it? The 96-yard drive that twice they were literally millimeters from the white line. So the play would have been dead, ball would have been turned over, and they got him. So that was fucked. Season's over.
I put my alarm on for that game. Obviously, it was 2 a.m.
Rivers chowed. Rivers done.
I don't know.
I think he had a good year.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, it was, but you have to weigh it up to say if he comes back next year, are you confident that he can get to the Super Bowl? And you probably not.
I think you drafted Roll Taylor, gonna be a freaking great running back for you.
Well, the pieces are there, but there's still stuff that they need a quarterback for the future.
There's a lot of talk about Carson Wentz.
There is a ton of talk about Carson Wentz.
I'm not
How
sure
funny
where
is
I
the Phillies sacked their coach? That, to me, has got everything to do with how he went about that last game.
Well, apparently he reckons
Everything
he
to
just
do.
got sick
Because
of-
Philly are a proud organisation, and they have been absolutely reamed for how they performed in that last game and what they did.
they were kind of the laughing stock towards the end.
They were laughing stock of the whole year.
You know, with the quiet laughing stock with the Jags, because they won their first game.
Yeah, but everyone expected them.
Yeah,
to be
that's why.
really
And
shit.
because the Jets
And then they got
the Jets
injuries.
the Jets were
Everyone
so
was
bad.
picking them
Everyone-
to go 0-16,
I did.
and to be honest, they went far off.
Just that first game against you guys.
And which
Week 1.
ultimately, I talked about that game against the Bills, but then you could point to the Steelers when we gave up that big lead, dominated them.
I know, and that stops you from
The Jags,
Those
from
games
having
there-
a home playoff.
those
But
games
we legitimately
exactly.
should have been 13-3, probably in the 2 seed.
But then you play at home and you're playing who? The Ravens.
No, we'll probably, if we're in the 2 seed, chances are we're probably playing the Browns. Who knows? This is all hypothetical, means nothing. But yeah, look, the rest of the games weren't great. The Bucks got over the the Washington football team.
But that was exciting because of Tyler Heineke.
He was great.
That was
I
awesome.
think they found at least their backup QB because it's definitely...
He was driving for Uber.
What team?
That's crazy.
A week ago.
What team on the weekend did you sit there and go, I didn't expect that, and I could see them going far? For me, it was Baltimore.
Baltimore. I didn't expect him
Baltimore or LA.
And
LA
no,
put
but to
on
be honest, I did
a
expect
great
them to win,
performance.
but not in the way
Yeah.
So obviously
to.
Lamar,
They looked good.
and then the defense was elite.
Well,
yeah.
you got to say Cleveland as well.
I just
I don't
can't
know.
see them doing anything. I think that's their grand
What do you
final.
mean?
Yeah, so do I.
They're
But
not
they've
gonna
been
beat the Chiefs.
winning for a while now, man.
Yeah,
They've been winning.
But they're not beating the Chiefs.
No, they got the Chiefs. That's been they're 100. Oh well,
Yeah.
they're not
A
beating
lot of the time,
In
when
Kansas
when
as
you
well.
have one, it doesn't matter what sport, when you have one of those games where everything goes
Yeah.
your way, the next week you don't get those breaks.
9-9 prelim.
Yeah.
Carlton. You win that one, and that's it. But you're absolutely right. They'll probably get blown out next week.
Yeah.
But they'll build on that from next year. They've finally got the drought broken. You know what I mean? They've won a playoff game. First time in 18
I didn't even
years or
think
whatever.
the Browns. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Lamar and Baltimore, and I was 100% correct in saying they hadn't won. He never won a playoff game, but there's all that noise about him and he's good because they want to play. He's only his 3rd year in the league, mate.
Well, he's only
years
lost. I mean, he lost 2 playoff
Two playoff
He's
games.
24 years old.
It's very
Like he's got the most from that draft class.
and one of them he came in halfway through the season.
So that
Yeah, he did.
for Flacco, that draft class of Baker, Darnold, Allen, Rosen, and Lamar, those top 5 there, he's got the most wins so far in his career. So do you know who do you reckon's got the most rushing touchdowns?
I was going to
That
say Josh
far.
Allen.
Yeah, which surprised me. I think
He's
Baker's got the most
a
passing.
good scrambler.
Yeah,
He's
bro,
quick,
I
man.
love him.
He's
That's
big
who I
and
hope.
quick.
Strong.
I know it's a very big stretch, but that's what I hope Jones can build into because
Well, that's what they originally thought Tim Tebow was going to be,
Mm.
but Tim Tebow just couldn't throw.
I saw this thing on Josh Allen, I think he was on Pat McAfee show. He was talking about it, the mechanics of like where he was releasing the ball,
Yeah.
and his hips and all
No,
that.
it wasn't. It
was
was actually
hips.
on. It was actually during one of the games, on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
They broke it
They
down.
brought that up, but
Yeah.
then he spoke about it
Yeah.
So he spoke
Instead,
about
he started. He was doing the arc too short. Now he's
and
really
he went
bringing
from
it around.
one of the worst completion percentages.
Yeah,
so
and
this year is like the best or something.
One of the best,
Nearly
yeah.
70%.
Yeah,
Previous
so-
years was barely.
I guess Tebow might be a victim of technology almost. You know,
Could have been.
because they've got that sort
So
of stuff
looking
now.
ahead to this weekend, and because last week we obviously didn't do an episode, so we didn't do our forecast for what.
So
who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to be in
who
the Super
did you
Bowl?
pick last week that didn't win? So we had LA versus Seahawks.
Seahawks.
We'll start from the
Seahawks.
first game. Colts Bills. I had the Bills.
So I
I had a Bills.
And note, I had the Colts to cover and the Bills, which was a good bet. Rams Seahawks. I had the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
So I fucked that one up. We all fucked that one up.
Seahawks really disappointed me.
The Bucks.
Yeah, same.
I should
I
have seen
was-
it coming because the Seahawks have been very poor second half of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just their defense picked up a bit with their offense dropped off.
Didn't Russell
but
just was nothing?
Rams have
Gone
the
from
best-
MVP to that.
Metcalf can't play against the Rams.
The Rams have the best defense in the league, so we should have expected that. But anyway,
Yeah. So Bucks,
and then we
Bucks Washington.
Bucks,
I thought
Washington,
Bucks, yeah.
Bucks.
Hadn't that changed? How good is McVay? 'Cause a couple of years ago when they made the Super Bowl, they were one of the best offensive teams in the whole, like, on par with Kansas City.
It was still
To now
Jared
have-
Goff though. That's the problem.
Yeah, and they were killing it then. Now they're still.
Yeah,
Now
He's a
they're
good
going to be
coach.
one of the
He's
best
great.
defensive teams in the whole
Jalen
league.
Ramsey, he's for free.
Yeah, I had the Ravens. Always had the
So I had
Ravens.
the Titans.
I had Ravens.
Yeah, I had the Titans, and then we have
I think everyone had the
Cleveland and
had the
Steelers.
Saints,
I had the Steelers and the Saints. That was the worst game.
and I had the
That was
Steelers.
so
Saints,
disappointing. Saints at the Super. I thought they were going to put up points, and they couldn't even put up
I
points
think they
against
just
Chicago.
played it easy. I think they just saw that there was no threat from Chicago, and
Nothing.
At no time did Chicago look threatening. So Saints just went, you know what? Let's not risk
You
any
just
injuries,
knew
let's just-
Chicago were not going to score.
Yeah, at all.
So they're like, well, we'll just cruise. Like, even Kamara, you could tell, was probably just getting back into it.
Yeah, that's what I think. Just
Ready
a
for next
nice
week.
little warm up. Did you see the Nickelodeon covered it?
That was sweet how they did the, like,
That made the game okay.
yeah.
All right, so
Bearable.
this week we've got the Rams Packers.
Packers Rams straight up. First
That
up.
is going to be a cracking game.
It is. It really
Because
is.
Rams best D, Rodgers on
Just
fire,
can't see
MVP.
Packers losing. I just can't
Not at
see it.
Lambeau. Not at Lambeau, and
I
it's
think
snowing.
I think their offense. So last year, new coach, they wanted to put in a system where Rodgers obviously a bit more mobile, and he was getting used to it. Still did well. Don't get me wrong. Made the NFC Championship game,
Got
but
blown
this
out.
year's now he's elite in it.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
I'm looking ahead, but I think the Packers will make the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, I agree.
they will win this week.
Yeah. I don't think the Rams can score enough.
And if Goss playing, that sucks. They probably need that Wolford guy to play.
Well, if
He got injured.
He broke his neck.
That
so he's out.
Yeah, that's
So
why
he
Goff
broke his
came
neck
in.
after, like,
So
the
now they're
fourth
going to have
play.
to
So
upgrade.
I got on. See, that's the
Or
other
they
thing.
bring in fucking Heineke.
I don't think.
I think they can because he's on the practice squad.
Is he? No.
I think because he's on the practice.
I don't think they.
Like
ca-
the
I
other
don't
guy.
think they win that game, LA, because they weren't moving the ball at all. No. This guy got smashed, so they had to play Goff. Goff came in, just turned it on. 3
Did you
TDs.
say turn it on?
Well, he did all right. He's 2 TDs.
He
didn't
threw it 19 times and he completed like half of them. He didn't line
It
it
just
up.
that
must go
reflects
for you.
on Seattle.
It was Akers, their running back, ran for 130.
yeah.
Anyway,
I had money on that.
And all right, so next
Then we got
game,
the Ravens and the Bills.
Bills.
Now Bills are my
I'm
team.
picking the Ravens.
Bills are my heart. I'm supporting the Bills this playoffs. They're the team I'm going for. I think the Ravens are on a different level than what they were last year. I think
They're
they're
hungrier.
yeah.
here's the only issue though. You got to look at teams where they're coming from, where it's not snowing. It's going to be snowing in
Baltimore's
Buffalo.
cold.
Baltimore's very cold.
Baltimore plays indoors.
No, they don't.
Don't they?
No. They play in Maryland outdoors.
Do they?
Yep.
Okay, well, fuck. That,
So,
but I still reckon
yeah,
Buffalo
I
at home.
was
Buffalo
gonna
at
say,
home
this
is
This is
the
the bank.
best.
They're saying bank. Say
Yeah, M&T.
yeah.
Does it snow? Is it snow there?
Yeah, of course.
That's where the Rams are going to fuck up as well because
That's what I'm saying.
Alright,
like
so-
Lambeau, different kettle of
that's different.
fish.
The reason why I'm picking the Ravens,
Yep.
Buffalo Bills, I think, either ranked 30th, 32nd in giving
rush
up
deep.
explosive plays for rushing. Lamar Jackson
That's
is
his
the explosive running back. The Baltimore Ravens are the best running team.
See, to counter to that though, Ravens 20+ yard passing defense is very average, whereas Bills are number one. So
Well-
they can get over the top and they can get digs over the top and keep playing.
But then you
they match up
Tennessee
in a lot
Titans
of ways.
had a really good
Yeah.
have a good passing game.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And they stopped Derrick Henry.
And they stopped Derrick Henry. Yeah.
So for me, if Baltimore can keep Buffalo to 3 and a bit touchdowns, which they can do.
They can cover.
Which is what the Colts did. Then they should win the game.
I think Ravens can put 4 or 5.
If the Ravens do what the Colts did, essentially in terms of owning time of possession,
but
getting the yards,
but those lucky
if they
things
do
go
all
their
those
way,
things,
but without those silly mistakes,
ignoring the lucky things, they'll get those breaks. They'll win the game. Because Colts didn't turn the ball over. I mean, Buffalo didn't either.
I just don't know if Baltimore are going to be able to stop.
Oh, look, I'm making a case.
Buffalo,
That's why there's always
Buffalo's
one
offense
one
at the
upset
moment
in the
is
divisional round.
flying.
Yeah. Well, that's why I figured last week I said there's always got to be one upset. I thought it was going to be Tennessee, but I don't know. I think I mean, the line on that's 2. So it's pretty
not
much head to head.
They know it's close.
Oh, I got Buffalo. Let's go next game.
The Browns and the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I'm going to go Chiefs. That's easy.
Do you reckon they'll cover the line? 10.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be high scoring.
I reckon it'll be a nice. I
Browns
think
are
10's
scoring
a
points.
big line,
it
though.
is a huge line, but
I'll cover the line. Nah, not in the playoff game.
are the Browns fucked?
They're not fucked.
I'm fucked. I thought they were more fucked this week.
Yeah,
Are they
Pittsburgh.
rooted? Not really, because
Last year, remember Tennessee won that first game against Baltimore, then
and we
came
thought that was
and
their
won
grand
against.
final.
No, they beat New England, then they beat
And
Baltimore
they beat Baltimore.
because we thought, New England was their big win. But look,
Yeah.
not going to say it's playoffs, but I still think Mahomes will. He'll be well rested.
They have been in third gear all year.
Yeah, I agree.
They've got
100%.
other gears to go to that team.
Yeah.
Especially you add in Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
All that is they're just getting used to the system. Now they'll just turn it up another year.
Last game, Bucks and Saints.
See, this is the hardest one for me to pick
The same.
because I don't actually
Saints have done the
Bucks-
Bucks in twice this year.
Yeah, I don't think
Saints
they'll get
have
them 3 times.
dominate them.
That's why I agree with that. I think Brady has an answer because he played so shit in that game
Embarrassing.
in Tampa Bay.
The reason
Was that the game where he thought it was 4th down?
Yeah.
3rd down. It was 4th down.
Yeah,
And
They didn't. I don't think they scored a fucking point the whole game. I think
Yeah,
they scored
same.
3.
after the second half or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
they were
the reason
shit.
I'm leaning towards the Saints is the Saints from a salary cap perspective they're over the cap. This is their one last hurrah.
Yeah.
Breeze is finished at the end of this year. They've got lots of free agents coming out. Chances are this team gets broken up, and they've had the previous couple of years where they've just had a heartbreak, disappointed in the playoffs, right? Real bad losses. Like that Minnesota Vikings loss is terrible. The loss against the Rams in that championship game was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon they'll pull it out this year
At the Dome.
at the Dome. So I think Breeze. He concerns me because he can't throw deep.
Can't throw deep. Yeah, that's why the one time they tried to do that, they brought Hill in. Hill got they got an interception turnover.
See, I just don't know about starting a guy, then you have to bring in a guy to throw it long. Like, I don't.
No, but I think Sean Payton can design a scheme or a
That's
plan.
the thing. He's a genius, obviously. He's an offensive genius. But I don't know. Like,
And I'm not
it's
sold
playoffs,
on
Brady.
Worst
I'm
injury.
not sold on the weapons for
Bucks.
Buccaneers. Like Mike Evans, I am.
Yeah.
He's there.
He's a gun.
Yeah,
But
who's Godwin
Gronk's-
dropped like 10 catches or something.
Oh, Godwin's...
Gronk's not.
Giants
Gronk.
Twitter were going off about wanting Godwin. We need to trade for Godwin. We need to trade for Godwin. I started watching the game. That's when
dropped
you,
3
that's when you
drops,
came
yeah.
over my house, yeah. And just like drop after drop. I was like, fuck this guy, mate.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown, though, he's going, I don't know. That one there's...
Hard to
That's a
come in,
tough one.
hard
That's
to come
the
in halfway
50-50.
through the year
I'm
in
gonna-
a new team, and he's done all right.
But it's still Brady in the playoffs as well.
Hey, look, I'm not going to be surprised who wins.
No, exactly. That's the same as the Baltimore and Buffalo game for me. I'm going to also take that game. I'm going to put my balls on the line here. I'm going to take for the Mike Moosh bet. So we finished the regular season 11-4. I would have made the playoffs in pretty much every division, but because I only did 15 weeks.
Yeah, you still would have made it.
Still would have made it. I'm going to take the Bucks +3.
+3 on the
What was
line.
your bet last week? Did you posted it?
No, the week before. Fucking the week 17. It was
He's having too
Vikings.
much fun on
And
vacation.
they didn't cover.
against the fucking Lions.
So, all right. So you're taking the Bucks. Let's do our Super Bowl team.
Road to the Super Bowl.
Let's just say who's going to be in the Super Bowl and who's going to win,
All right.
and we'll put an MVP. I'm going to say Packers, Chiefs, and I'm going to say Rodgers because I reckon the Packers will win the Super Bowl.
Lush.
I'm going to go
Go with the Buffalo Bills.
I'm going to go the Buffalo Bills to beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game and make it through, and they will have the Green Bay Packers waiting for them. And I agree with you. The Packers will win the Super Bowl.
And obviously, Rodgers has to win the MVP.
I think this is probably one more the more straightforward ones. Kansas City, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Kansas City win. Mahomes gets his second MVP.
All right.
It's dusty. It's dusty in Richmond, isn't it?
It is.
But just for the bit of fun.
Another gear.
For the
They're
bit of
gonna-
Where's the
fun.
Super Bowl this year?
Tampa
Miami.
Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Another gear.
Oh, never happened before. A team has never won the Super Bowl or played in the Super Bowl at
In their own stadium.
Yeah. Could be the Bucks this year.
Well, we have reached
Buck
the
knows, I
end
guess.
of another episode. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe.
That flew by.
We'll be here all year.
You've been listening to Any Give and Take. Follow the boys on Instagram and Twitter at Any Give and Take.
That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ass.